The United Nations Committee Against Torture has told China to improve its monitoring of abuses in prisons and hospitals after a series of meetings in Geneva. Our correspondent spoke to the Conscience Foundation, a non-governmental organisation that monitors China's human rights abuses. Let's take a look.
China is under heavy scrutiny for its use of torture on Falun Gong practitioners in its state-run prisons and hospitals. According to a report by the United Nations Committee Against Torture released on Friday, China should immediately conduct or commission an independent investigation of the claims that some Falun Gong practitioners have been subjected to torture and used for organ transplants, and take measures as appropriate to ensure that those responsible for such abuses are prosecuted and punished. 19 international NGOs and human rights organizations, including Amnesty International, Human Rights in China, and the Conscience Foundation, made submissions to the UN Committee about China's use of torture in the mainland and Tibet.
And as far as we know, this is the first time any international institution has publicly put a question to that practice, publicly pierced through China's facade. We hope others will follow.
The Conscience Foundation report to the UN says China passes laws to prohibit torture, but then does nothing to stop it from happening.
In reality, it doesn't follow those laws. In reality, it promotes use of torture.
Mr. Chen said he took some Falun Gong practitioners who were persecuted in China to meet several United Nations rapporteurs on human rights recently, including the Special Rapporteur on Torture, Manfred Nowak.
One of the 5 victims, Ms. Haiyan Wang, has her right eye blind due to beating and torture.
According to a U.S. State Department report, 60% of all detainees in China are Falun Gong practitioners. And China's treatment of other persecuted groups, including human rights defenders, lawyers, and petitioners, is also under examination by international organizations. This report from the United Nations comes just days after the Chinese Communist Party executed 2 members of the minority Uyghur ethnic group for alleged links to terrorist organizations. NTD News